Hello, this is Ben Hogg, and this is the demonstration of the Feast meal planning app. So let's get started. First thing is we have a navigation bar here. Uh, so right now we're not logged in, so if we try to go to any of the links, it will just direct us to the login button. Um, yeah, if I refresh, you can just see there's a slide in animation here. Going through here, there's some stuff about the features in the app. Yeah, let's do a registration. So just click here to register. If you put in any of the fields incorrectly, it will give you these validation errors. So let's just call it demo user. So put in my email, and then to actually do a registration. Um, So yeah, once you register, you'll get an email from Feast. Just confirm it. Um, if we click login again, and then put in our credentials, and we don't click remember me, and then we go and check out what we get from that, there is a token here in the session. So it keeps track of users who don't click remember me through a session. Um, Otherwise, if you log in with the remember me button, it uses gives a refresh token in the cookies here. Um, so it will use that refresh token to give new access tokens. So basically, like right now, it has a token set at E ending with A, and then if we refresh, it's detected that you don't have a valid token, so it gives you a new one, an E ending with G. Um, so yeah, that's how that works. So yeah, moving on. So now we can click through the links here. The first feature is the create recipe feature. So this recipe card kind of builds up in real time as you kind of enter stuff in here. So you can just clear that out. And then we need to pick a meal type. So let's say lunch, and then we can make it spicy, and we can call it dumplings. And then we can choose a picture if we want to, or we can use the default picture, but let's just choose dumplings. And then we can increase the cook time over here. We can add some steps in, so maybe steam the dumplings, cut up onions, pour soy sauce, stuff like that. So you can add instructions to the recipe card. Over here, you can search for ingredients. So let's say we search dumplings. We'll get a list of results here from the Spoonacular API. So click one of them, and then you can choose a unit of measurements. These are different depending on which one you click. So, for example, like these are different than the pot stickers. So this is another API call it's going through. So let's say 20 pieces, and add that. So that's been added to the recipe object. It also updates like a total cost, so you can use this to search through different currencies. Does Canadian, British pound, euro, and US dollar. Let's just keep it at US dollar for now. If you flip it over, it will show you a tabulated like nutrition table. So as you add ingredients, that will build up. So there's also an autocomplete. So if you say green onion and search that, it comes up with spring onions. So one large spring onion. Yeah, and that gets added. And then Yeah, that's it for building up the recipe. So if you want to actually save the recipe, just submit it, and then when you go to plan your meals, it will be there. Um, so this is the meal planning feature. So you can plan for 2 different weeks, and they're separate. So let's say I'm going to do dumplings on September 5th. The next week won't have that in the shopping list, and it also won't have anything in the charts down here. So if we go back, um, yeah, the shopping list is populated. These charts that show like total protein intake, calories for the week, cooking distribution time, um, stuff like that. They're a weekly snapshot rather than like for all of the recipes in both weeks. You can also use this randomize button here, and it will randomly add recipes to the calendar. It doesn't work in this context because we only have one recipe, but yeah, if you had lots and lots of recipes, enough to fill out the calendar, it would work. Um, there's also a searching mechanism here. So how spicy do we? Okay, so uh, if we only want mild recipes, we just click mild, right? But we don't have any mild recipes, so um, let's just say we only want uh, hot recipes. Then our dumplings will show up because they're actually hot. You can also use this to search by name. So if you search dumplings, it'll obviously be there. Um, yeah. Now, uh, if you add an ingredient, you can take it off by clicking this X, or if you had lots of them like this, you could clear all of them at once. Um, yeah, another thing is like if you have duplicates of a particular ingredient, it won't tell you to shop for that ingredient twice. The assumption kind of being that you're just doing one shopping list at a time. Um, if you want to see the entire ingredient card, you can click this blue button here, and you can go to the ingredient card again. You can also see a snapshot of the ingredient properties here, or the recipe properties here. Um, what else? Yeah, so if you hover over here, it will show you the times for each meal. So this is a lunchtime meal. So if I want to add it to the breakfast, I can't actually do that. Um, so I've got lunch set to 12 o'clock by default, but maybe we can change that. Maybe I'm having a late lunch at 2. So if I save that and then go back, you'll see I have lunch at 2. So let's add dumplings to lunchtime, 2 o'clock on the 6th. And if we want to use the Google Calendar feature, we actually have to link with Google Calendar. So you can do that up here. So you just click this button, you go through this and link with Google Calendar, and now you're linked. So now we can actually submit this meal plan. It's only one recipe, but this is just a demonstration. So if I want to submit this meal plan, I just click this button down here, and that will email me a shopping list and upload the events to Google Calendar. So click through that, and then if we go over to the Google Calendar, yeah, so we've got dumplings at 2 o'clock. This is from a previous demonstration, but yeah. Yeah, so dumplings at 2 o'clock. And then if we go over to our email, we've got the shopping list for spring onions and pot stickers over here. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. Yeah, the last thing is you can actually delete your account if you want to. So you can come here and just actually delete your account. So I'll do that now. So delete, and that's it. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.